Okay guys, so I did order dinner and I wanted to show you what I got. I did order from the Cheesecake Factory and I got something I've never had before.
I'm shaken. As they sometimes say, I'm shook.
Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of an update with our co-host Amberlynn Reid. We actually haven't talked about her in a while as far as the video is concerned. I actually did a live stream where we went over quite a bit of stuff that has happened recently. I would say the biggest update that's happened since I made a video on her is that she has released her video where she was talking about getting broken up with and how that has been affecting her, right? And that's this video right here, where it's the vlog where my girlfriend breaks up with me. And I guess some of the highlights that are in that video, I think the biggest thing is that obviously it's when she finds out that she's getting broken up with Tommy. But then also in that video, she starts a 10-day diet and in the same video quits that same 10-day diet. And so we talked about it a lot. I'm sure you can go back and look at the live streams if it's something that you're really interested in watching. But we are going to be focused on the most recent two videos Amberlynn has uploaded as of lately and as of this video is being recorded. So we're going to be going over taking a break, frustrating semaglutide update, therapy consultation, and reminiscing, as well as the Cheesecake Factory taste test, clean, organized with me, and a bittersweet something or other. We'll find out. But without further ado, let's just get into this first video.
Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. So today is January 31st and I have an appointment today. I actually have a consultation with a therapist who specializes.
So I wonder if she knows that it's consultation, or I don't know. Sometimes I feel like she does stuff on purpose, so I wouldn't be surprised if she's saying that on purpose, but I don't know. Okay, let's continue.
In BPD and CPTSD, which is perfect for me. I was diagnosed with those things a couple years ago, and since then I have not seen a therapist. The psychologist who diagnosed me, I did see them for a bit, but they did not specialize in that, and they recommend you need to see someone who specializes in these things. And I'm like, I know, but I don't know. It's scary for me. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm extremely nervous, and it's literally just a 15-minute consultation to see if
So I mean, I think it's obviously good to meet with people about your mental health. That's obviously a positive thing that I think she's doing.
We're the right fit. That's about to happen in about 30 minutes, and I'll let you guys know how it went. Okay, you guys, hello. I have been home for a little bit now. Me and my mom had such a good time. My stepdad was there. None of us won, but I actually met a subscriber when I went to Glow in the Dark Bingo, which I vlogged a little bit of that. And then we started talking on Instagram, and she wants to be like a little bingo buddy. So she did end up going there because she's never done electric bingo before. So I did see her there, but me, my mom, and my stepdad, we sit in the smoking section because they smoke cigarettes. And my bingo buddy actually did not sit in the smoker section, but it was still fun to see her there. But yeah, highly recommend electric bingo. So I want to give a few updates. The first one is about my 10-day challenge that I was doing. So I very much have put that on hold. Sitting here and just vlogging my food and weighing myself every day and talking about that all day is not really what I want to preoccupy my mind with.
I understand that that's not something that you want to preoccupy your mind with, but it could be so incredibly good for you to preoccupy your mind with that. That could be such a huge and a good thing to focus on, right? You had this bad experience, and then let's focus on ourselves and work on that delayed gratification. Something that I talk a lot about with my clients is that it's really easy to focus on just instant gratification. I want to have this food. I want to eat this thing. But instead, we can focus on delayed gratification where, you might not have the hamburger, you might not have the French fries, whatever right now, but then tomorrow you can look back and be like, man, I'm really glad that I was able to say no to that thing. And that sense of pride and happiness and being proud of yourself can a lot of times really help fill that void of, oh, I'm just going to put the hamburger in my mouth and that will fill the void, right? I understand it's a lot easier said than done, but it just seems like whenever there is any sort of inconvenience or anything that, oh man, this is making me a little bit stressed, it's oh, I can't do the diet, right? And it's if this is something that you want to do and you really want to change your life and extend your life for an extended period of time, you have to get good at pushing through those uncomfortable times, those uncomfortable moments. And it just feels like, it's almost like, oh, well, too bad. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm just going to, quit the diet. And again, I just don't understand, like I said in the live stream, she recorded the video where she was saying that she was going to start this 10-day challenge. And then in that same video, she quit the 10-day challenge. I don't understand why she just wouldn't put it, like why would you not just cut it out? Like, I just don't understand why you'd put yourself through that. And that's why it's like, sometimes I'm like, it feels calculated, because that is such an easy thing to do. Be like, oh, okay, that's embarrassing. Let me just cut that out, because why would I put that up? And so I just don't understand why you would keep that in. But again, that's a whole nother thing.
I'm going through a lot mentally. I am going through a breaking heart, and I'm sad all day long. I try very hard to come on here and like put on a mask and try to be as positive as possible, but like deep down I'm hurting, and it's affecting my life. I will say though, I was having a really good time showing you guys what I was eating, logging on MyFitnessPal and like weighing myself daily and showing you guys, the calories and the weigh-ins. So once my brain just feels a little better and my heart feels a little better, I will definitely start doing that again. It's just really hard.
And like, that's a good thing, right? You want to get back into it. It's better than just being like, I never want to do it again. But again, I think it's important, and like, you should really test and challenge yourself to be like, I am going to do a diet, whatever, and I'm going to stick to it even when the going gets rough, right? Like, that's the real challenge, because your life is never going to be perfect, right? This is for everyone. Your life is never going to be perfect. You're never going to have a perfect diet that's going to be, everything's going to fall into place perfectly. There's always going to be ups and downs, trials and tribulations, things that get in the way, things that make it harder, things that make it hard to stay on the wagon, times when you fall off the wagon, like all of that happens, but it's about getting back on the wagon and continuing forward, right? Continuing pushing, continuing, even when it is hard, instead of like, I can't do it. I can't do it now. It's just like, you have to push through that stuff.
To do anything lately. So the fact that like I do get up every day and I try to make the best of it, like, it's putting in a lot of effort. Trust me. So the next thing I want to talk about is semaglutide. Am I still going to be taking it, etc., etc.? And the answer is yes, I am. But there's an issue. I have no more semaglutide, and today is Friday, and I'm supposed to literally double my dose on Sunday, and I don't even have any. They told me to contact them about it. I did that. I even vlogged, and I was like, you guys, I messaged the provider because it was my third shot. That's when I was supposed to tell them. He asked if I wanted to double my dose. I said yes, and it still hasn't shipped. And that was almost 2 weeks ago. Like, something like this wouldn't bother me if it was like a materialistic thing, but this is like a medicine, and I'm relying on this company, So it is just a little frustrating. My fingers are crossed that like...
Now, I can understand how that would be frustrating, and that's I think it's one of the issues with a lot of these like Hims and Hers and these, GLP-1 providers that are selling this compounded GLP-1, is I think that there are just so many less regulations. So, I mean, I can understand being upset about this, because like I've said before, I think that Amberlynn can find a lot of help with a GLP-1 medication. I think it would be awesome if she could do a medical one, not like a compounded one. But, I really do think that this could be helpful. And so I hope that she does continue to stick with it, right?
Like, maybe tomorrow it'll get shipped out. Like, it's Saturday, and I'm pretty sure things ship out on Saturdays. So again, fingers are crossed, and I will definitely keep you guys updated. Like, I was just genuinely looking forward to doubling my dose, actually, because it's not working at all. So I hope that like once I do double my dose, like, it'll actually start being in effect, because I'm taking it for a reason. Which reminds me, I have had some people ask like, why does semaglutide make you nauseous? Does it like depend on what you're eating? And no, it doesn't. Semaglutide makes a lot of people nauseous. So it's like,
yeah, it's like the most common side effect.
Like one of the biggest side effects, and that is the reason why it makes people not want to eat. I never notice a difference whether I eat something very small the day prior or a little heavier the day prior. Like, if I'm getting nauseous, it's literally just because that's a side effect that decided to happen, not really based on the food that I'm eating. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is my all members live streams. There is something I'm noticing, because obviously an all members live stream means it's not open to everybody to watch. I currently have over 200 members, and I genuinely was not even expecting to have like 20. So you guys are absolutely amazing and so sweet and just so supportive, and I appreciate that so much. I'm already looking forward to my next live stream. But anyways, The thing that I'm noticing is like, it's kind of like a game of telephone. People are contacting me in my Instagram, saying things I've mentioned in my live stream, but it's very just like twisted and it's a little different and not exactly what I said. So obviously there are reactors out there reacting to my live stream, but not really reacting it. They're just like narrating what I said or did in the live stream, because you can't like react to it because it's behind a paywall. So it's like the game of telephone, which was one of my favorite games in elementary school, but it's very much not my favorite game right now. I do not mind reaction channels like narrating or saying what happened in my live stream, but I would appreciate it if people didn't like exaggerate what I said or twist what I said. Like, I genuinely want it to be exactly what I said. Like, if you're gonna narrate it and like dumb it down a bit, but like twisting and like exaggerating, I just don't think that's very fair. So a lot of you are not getting like the real information of the matter. So this is just another way for me to say, like, you guys are more than welcome to join my members. So far, it's a wonderful community, a lot of supporters. Yes.
I mean, again, I think that this is probably intentional, right? Like focusing on this just to make an announcement for your membership, which is fine. You know, I have a membership too. Join it if you want. You know, it is what it is. But I think like expecting people to actually listen to it, like, again, it's just like, I don't think that people are going to like, oh, okay, let me make sure I do a better job as a reactor channel. Like, I feel like this was intentionally put in there just to promote the membership thing.
There might have been a troll or two, one in particular that I can think of, and I'm fine with that. I am totally fine with a troll or two. I'm fine with the hard questions. Doesn't always mean I'm gonna answer them. I have to be comfortable in the moment. Like, I'm fine with all that stuff. Like, the only type of people I'm not gonna allow in my chat are like people who are just like awful. But truly, if you guys want to find out all the tea genuinely and hang out with me one-on-one with a lot of other amazing people in the chat, then definitely join. There's a link down below. There's a little join button, I think, next to the subscription area. So definitely join. I would love to see you guys there on Tuesday. So the last thing I want to update you guys on is the therapist. Genuinely, she was so kind, and I loved that, because she was like, a lot of people with BPD get judged even by other therapists. That sometimes people with BPD are hard to work with, hard to understand. Some of her favorite clients actually have BPD, and she genuinely enjoys working with people like me. And it made me feel so seen. And like, it didn't stop there, because I explained to her, you know, I was diagnosed with BPD and CPTSD. And she explained to me that when people have BPD and CPTSD at the same time, that they become anxiously attached. And I was like, jaw on the floor, because that is literally me. And it's like debilitating sometimes. So it's like, we haven't even had like the first session. It was literally just a consultation, and already it's like a vibe. It's gonna be a lot of hard work, and I want to update you guys as much as I can and as much as I feel comfortable. I know I get judged a lot based on like my past actions and things that I've done in past relationships, or even here on YouTube.
I mean, yeah, because there's some pretty terrible stuff that has gone on. Amberlynn's ex Beck has been doing more and more live streams kind of talking about stuff, or maybe not live streams, I think just videos, talking about some of the allegations and just like the experience that they had being in a relationship with Amberlynn. And we're not going to go over that in this video. Maybe I can do that in another video if that's something that you guys want to see. But I feel like this is a response directly to that, because those videos are definitely garnering quite a bit of attention, more attention than Amberlynn's videos are. And I think that that's probably a very scary thing for her. And so I heard some people saying that this part of the video they feel is like using the therapy and the diagnoses, right, as a shield, right? And I kind of understand that, because seeing the way that it's talked about, it's very interesting that she brought up like my previous relationships, right?
It's crazy, because a lot of the things that I've done has been because I have BPD. And it's like, in the past, even probably recent, I have used it as an excuse, having BPD, for all of these things. And now it's like, I want to like have it as a reason, like the reason why I've done those things, instead of like making it an excuse. And for a while there, I was like,
I mean, that kind of sounds like the same thing in my opinion.
what is the difference? Like, what is the difference between an excuse and a reason/explanation? An excuse is when you're not going to take accountability for it. An explanation is when you finally take accountability and you do something to change it. And I'm currently right here. Took me a while to get there, but like, I want this Amberlynn to just like go away. I'm not gonna be perfect. It's gonna take time, and I'm just feeling very hopeful. And my first appointment is on Thursday.
So, I mean, I think if you're actually going to try and change, that's a good thing. You know, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening in the future. But I think, like, you know, wanting to take responsibility, hopefully that means that you will take some responsibility of the things that maybe you have said that you didn't do or that you really wrote off in the past. I think that would be a good way to start. But we'll see if that ends up happening. Now, the next video we are going to be going over is this one right here, Cheesecake Factory Taste Test.
Hello. Welcome to a new vlog. So it's a new month, February 1st. I hope that you guys have an amazing one.
After this, I'm filled with shock, consternation, and pure horror.
Okay guys, so I did order dinner and I wanted to show you what I got. I did order from the Cheesecake Factory and I got something I've never had before. It kind of, from the description, reminded me of like a poke bowl. So there's like crispy teriyaki chicken is the way they described it. Rice, avocado, kimchi, cucumber. So let's do a taste test.
So ordering from the Cheesecake Factory and getting it delivered to you, I think is like peak not caring anymore, because if there's one thing about the Cheesecake Factory is the amount of calories in each thing is obscene, right? That's like a common thing. And so like, it's one thing to go out there and eat Cheesecake Factory, you know, and like enjoy time with your friends and family, but like to order it just for yourself when you're home, it's like you're actively trying to make the worst decisions possible. And again, this is someone that wants to get on GLP-1 medications or increase their dose. Like you have to try and make better decisions. Like the GLP-1 is not a magic drug as far as you take it and lose weight no matter what. You have to try and make better decisions and like actively change your lifestyle habits. You can't just expect things to change if you're not going to change anything, right? And so like ordering out, I think Amberlynn's always going to do that. I think that it would be in her best interest to try and not do it, but I just don't think that that's ever going to happen. But like at least try and make better decisions, right? Cheesecake Factory is notorious for having obscene calorie counts on each of their meals, right?
There's also pickled onions. Yes. Chicken first. Now we're gonna do a bite with all the goodness. What the heck? Kimchi, avocado. I see some mushrooms, some edamame. Chef's kiss. I'm literally shook. I give that like a 9.5 out of 10. So I am currently trying my very hardest to just like stay preoccupied, distract myself, because I just feel like this big feeling in my chest of like, if I do not stop, like go, then I am going to cry. And once I start crying, I don't think I'm gonna stop. It's like looming in the back of my head, in the back of my mind, in the back of my heart. And it's annoying, not gonna lie. I was actually supposed to go out with my mom today and I was gonna take her on like a birthday spree because her birthday's coming up on February 7th, but she didn't feel good, so she stayed home. So I'm hoping we get to do it some other time. So that's why I've been like distracting myself and just like finding random things to do. And I just posted a TikTok. It's like in the TikTok, I seem fine. I seem bubbly and like I'm in the greatest mood of my life, but like behind the scenes, I do not feel the greatest. Like I am just a walking broken heart. Like that's what it feels like. I'm trying my very hardest not to talk about it and just do like a lot of journaling. Okay, you guys, so
I mean, that's just, I don't know. That's just the breakups, man. I don't know what to tell you. They're hard, you know?
So I am just getting ready to like close the shop for the night. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to give you guys an update because I just got an email. As you guys know, Sundays are my semaglutide shot day. Tomorrow's Sunday, and I ain't got my semaglutide. I said in my last vlog that it hasn't even been shipped yet. Well, guess what? My fingers were crossed on my last vlog, and I said, please ship on Saturday, and it did. It is gonna be here days late, but I think that's okay because I messaged the provider and I said, y'all, I'm getting it late. I don't know what happened. And they were just like, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. And I was like, it's fine, but am I still allowed to like increase my dose? Because I'm supposed to be like doubling my dose. And my provider said it's fine. So I should be getting it on Tuesday. Your girl's doubling her dose on Tuesday. I'm not looking forward to it because not being nauseous has been wonderful. I'm telling you, I haven't been nauseous for like almost a week and it's just been great.
Yeah, but like also you're not changing any of your habits, right? Like if you really want to be successful, that like, so with me, with the semaglutides and the GLP-1 medications, I'm not against them. And I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but whatever, right? Like I'm not against them, but I am for people taking them seriously. If you're going to take this literal drug, right? This literal medication, like you should be doing everything in your power to see success. There is no reason to take it and up your dose and do all this stuff if you're not even going to try and put in the slightest amount of work, right? Like literally right before this, we're eating Cheesecake Factory and it's just like, like what are you expecting this to do if you're not going to put in the work yourself? You just can't expect this to be some silver bullet that's going to solve all your problems.
I don't know. We'll see how increasing my dose goes. I am a little nervous. I am not gonna lie. I have the anxiety about it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna let myself down. Regardless if I'm on semaglutide or not, like your girl needs to lose weight and she's on the journey to do so. Like I lost 16 pounds in January and I am very proud of that accomplishment. 16 pounds in a month is really, really good. So anyways, I'm about to throw my hair up in a bun, take Twinkie out, get comfy, cuddle in bed, and hopefully get a good night's sleep because your girl has not been sleeping lately. I've just been really anxious, really lonely, really sad, and all of those things make it to where like I literally cannot fall asleep. But I'm trying my very hardest to be as positive as possible. Like as many times as I cry behind the scenes, I promise you guys do not want to see that, and I know you don't, because yeah, I cry on here sometimes and I talk about how my heart hurts. Like in the past, every time I've cried over a breakup, like people were like calling me dramatic and saying like, why doesn't she shut up about it? So it's like now that I'm like being more low-key about it online and more so like handling that off of camera, people are like, oh, she's not sad enough. It's like, I'm not a robot. I am not fit to be designed for your liking. I am just doing the best I can over here. But anyways,
I mean, I don't know how many people are saying it doesn't seem like she cares. I think clearly this for Amberlynn is a sad thing, and that's fair enough. But at the end of the day, like if you're wanting to make videos that people are going to enjoy watching, I think that like sitting there just crying about a breakup, like those are just not enjoyable videos to watch. And like what value are you producing for the people that we watching the videos? They're just, they're not very fun to watch. But there you guys go. That is the update on Amberlynn. I probably ended up cutting out a lot of the videos because it was just, there's really not much to them, or maybe I sped through them. I don't know what I'm going to do when I edit this video, but not that much has changed. We're kind of in the same boat. I hope that if she does actually up the semaglutide, I hope that it works, and I hope that she's able to lose weight. But I think, there has to be some changes that she makes herself, and not just expect that getting on this GLP-1 is going to solve all of her problems. But I'm genuinely curious what y'all think down in the comments section down below. Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.